Yellow. Yo, Spirit JC here. Yo, a lot of people just have serious mental problems, man. You want to know how you know someone has a serious mental problem? They look at you like you're a nigger or some shit, right? Call you a nigger, you don't know what kind of shit these people be saying about you. This is when you know someone has a mental problem. Just give me an example. Call someone a nigger or whatever, right? Think someone's a nigger and all that kind of the other shit, right? Think someone's a nigger and shit. Saying only God knows what you're saying behind someone's back and shit like that, right? And actually doing, but then trying to project onto someone else like they're doing nasty things like you're doing, right? It's when you know someone has a mental problem, and then the next day, like literally, want to like look for eye contact and be surrounding themselves around you and shit like that, but make it seem like you're trying to surround yourself with them, right? It's like shit like girls and shit do. I'm not saying girls. I'm not saying like these people I'm talking about could be men or women, right? But this is the kind of shit like girls, bitches do and shit like that, right? When it comes to like the shit I'm talking about, right? So they try to surround yourself around you. You want eye contact and all this other shit, right? Right, and then so-called have what's the word I'm looking for? Call themselves dutiful, or are in high positions, are in certain positions of responsibility and accountability, right? Or in certain positions of responsibility and accountability. But these are the kind of people I'm talking about, right? And then, but yet, they think you're a nigger and all this other shit, right? And then this is when you can tell, so that's not a mental problem, then I don't know. A motherfucker like me is not gonna know. I don't know what a mental problem is, right? So I just want to come through with that quick message. Think someone's a nigger and all this other shit, right? God knows. Calling somebody else. Only God knows what else. Glove fell. Only God knows what else, right? And then turning the other cheek, shit like that, right? Turn the other cheek, and then the next day, like you trying to get eye contact and attention, and from that same person you trying to cast and project your negative vinaigrette ass energy onto, right? So I don't know if that's not a mental problem. I don't know what it is, man. I want to make sure I came through with that video real quick and thorough with it. A lot of people got mental problems, man, and I'm not gonna be no battering ram for you to like put that onto, man, because a motherfucker like me can do damage. So let's just leave that like that. And I'd rather just pull out my camera, man. Get your ass on camera and shit like that. But yeah, man, if that's not a mental problem, thinking someone's a nigger or some shit like that, and all this other shit, right? You smell like vinaigrette, right? And then the next day trying to come in. And then the next day, I'm just keeping this short and sweet. And then the next day, looking for eye contact and then surrounding yourself around someone, but making it seem like someone's trying to surround themselves around you. Motherfuckers got serious mental problems. This is not the. I'll come back and not talk. I'm gonna leave this where it's at, but I'll probably make a video like this and then just put it in a different format because I'm creative. I'm not retarded. I have capability. I'm capable. I'm not disabled. How motherfuckers unable, but how are you unable but you not disabled? How are you unable but you not disabled? I don't feel bad for you niggers. So yeah, you looking at someone like a nigger, and then the next day you trying to surround yourself and then looking for eye contact from somebody. That's another point I want to say. If there's not something wrong, well, pretty much what I'm saying. Yeah, not only do you have that's a mental problem, but there's something wrong with you. There has to be something seriously wrong with you. That's what I was gonna say. But gotta be something seriously wrong with you, and you like waiting for somebody to like ask you what's wrong or some shit like that. But you don't say what's wrong. You don't ever say you got a thyroid. Whoa. Watch out. You don't ever say you got a thyroid problem. You don't say you got a shoulder problem. You don't say you got a bunions fucking from the fuck wearing fucked up shoes. You don't say any of that, right? So yeah, I just want to come to you with that quick message, man.